Hey there, true crime fans. Today I'm diving deep into the twisted mind of Jeffrey Dahmer, better known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster. Brace yourselves because this one is not for the faint of heart. Born on May 21, 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer had a troubled childhood. He was a shy, withdrawn loner, living in an unstable home with parents who eventually divorced when he was 18. This shaky foundation contributed significantly to the dark path Dahmer would tread. From an early age, Dahmer displayed disturbing behaviors. He had a bizarre fascination with dead animals, often collecting and dissecting roadkill, keeping their bones as trophies. These early warning signs went largely unnoticed and unaddressed. Dahmer's first murder occurred in 1978, shortly after he graduated from high school. His victim was Stephen Hicks, an 18-year-old hitchhiker. Dahmer lured Hicks to his home under the pretense of drinking and partying, then bludgeoned him to death with a barbell. He dismembered the body and buried the remains in his backyard. For the next several years, Dahmer's life spiraled out of control. He dropped out of college, was discharged from the army due to alcoholism, and faced arrests for indecent exposure and sexual assault. Despite these red flags, Dahmer managed to evade serious scrutiny from law enforcement. Dahmer's killing spree escalated in the late 1980s and early 1990s. He targeted young men from marginalized communities including African Americans, Asians, and gay men. Dahmer's modus operandi involved luring his victims to his apartment with promises of money or alcohol. Once there, he would drug them, strangle them, and engage in necrophilia and cannibalism. His apartment became a house of horrors. Dahmer kept body parts in his refrigerator, preserved skulls as trophies, and even attempted to create zombies by drilling holes into his victims' skulls and injecting acid or boiling water into their brains. The sheer depravity of his actions is almost beyond comprehension. Dahmer's reign of terror ended on July 22, 1991, when one of his intended victims, Tracy Edwards, managed to escape and alert the police. Upon entering Dahmer's apartment, officers discovered a nightmarish scene: photographs of dismembered bodies, human remains in the refrigerator, and a foul stench that permeated the air. Dahmer was arrested and charged with 15 counts of murder. He pleaded guilty but insane, but the jury rejected his insanity defense. He was sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms in prison, totaling 957 years. Jeffrey Dahmer's case has been extensively studied by psychologists and criminologists. Diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, schizotypal personality disorder, and a psychotic disorder, Dahmer's actions were driven by a combination of sexual deviance, a need for control, and a deep-seated desire to possess his victims completely. His childhood experiences, including feelings of abandonment and neglect, likely contributed to his psychological issues. His inability to form healthy relationships and his obsession with death and dismemberment were manifestations of his inner turmoil. The case of Jeffrey Dahmer serves as a grim reminder of the importance of early intervention for troubled youth. Dahmer's early warning signs were either ignored or misunderstood, allowing his behavior to escalate to unimaginable levels of violence. Moreover, Dahmer's ability to evade capture for so long highlights the need for improved communication and coordination among law enforcement agencies. His victims were often from vulnerable communities, and their disappearances were not given the attention they deserved. Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes are a chilling testament to the depths of human depravity. His story is one of tragedy, both for his victims and for the society that failed to recognize and address his dangerous tendencies. By studying Dahmer's life and crimes, we can gain valuable insights into the nature of serial killers and the importance of vigilance, empathy, and intervention in preventing future atrocities. As we reflect on Dahmer's dark legacy, let us remember the lives he tragically cut short and strive to create a world where such horrors are never repeated. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay safe.